we can agree, can we not, that legal immigration is legal,
Absolutely.
okay? And we can agree, can we not, that illegal immigration is illegal,
Yes, Senator.
okay? If you don't like the statutes with respect to illegal immigration, you can change them. But if you enforce them, as Congress has directed you to do, you're not being mean, you're just doing your job, aren't you?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. When you prosecute someone who's in our country illegally, not necessarily for a criminal matter, but just to enforce our immigration laws, are you careful to afford them due process?
Welcome back to Right View Nation, where we don't back down, we don't apologize, and we sure as hell don't stay silent. Patriots, I just watched something that lit a fire under me, and I know it's going to fire you up too. Senator John Kennedy sat down and grilled the Justice Department about their job. And let me tell you, what unfolded was nothing short of a masterclass in law, order, and common-sense American values. Today, I'm reacting to that incredible exchange and standing up for two people who actually get it. Senator John Kennedy and the general from the DOJ who's cleaning up the mess left behind by the woke mob. Let's start with this.
Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General, when you took over the Department of Justice and started going through all of the grants under your predecessor, did you find any that, in your opinion, constituted a waste of taxpayer money?
Yes, Senator. I don't have those specifically in front of me, but yes, Senator, there were many, and we are now going through those grants one by one. We are going through each of those grants because at the Department of Justice, we have a very obviously unique function in public safety. I will never let a grant be cut that's hurting women, victims of sexual assault, children, law enforcement officers. So we will look at those, each grant individually, to see what is fluff, what is DEI, no longer at the Department of Justice, and what are viable grants. And that money will go where it should go, to protect victims of crime and our law enforcement officers.
That's your job, isn't it?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. And you're doing that because it's your job.
Yes,
right?
Senator.
Okay. Some people say that you're being overly mean and unfair to foreign nationals who are in our country illegally. Would you care to address that?
I don't think I've been called mean recently, but
Oh, you've been called worse.
I was going to say probably a lot worse.
Yeah.
We will do everything in our power to get the illegal aliens out of our country who are committing crimes in our country. I have met with way too many family members who are parents, mothers, whose children have been murdered and raped by illegal aliens in our country. If that's mean, then I want to be as mean as I can be.
I mean,
because we're going to get them out of our country and we're going to protect Americans.
We can agree, can we not, that legal immigration is legal,
Absolutely.
okay? And we can agree, can we not, that illegal immigration is illegal,
Yes, Senator.
okay? If you don't like the statutes with respect to illegal immigration, you can change them. But if you enforce them, as Congress has directed you to do, you're not being mean, you're just doing your job, aren't you?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. When you prosecute someone who's in our country illegally, not necessarily for a criminal matter, but just to enforce our immigration laws, are you careful to afford them due process?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. And would you consider that to be one of your one of your priorities in terms of enforcing the laws against illegal foreign nationals?
Yes, Senator, I've been in a courtroom my entire career, and due process will be afforded.
Okay.
And the laws of this country will be enforced.
Could it be that some of the people who are criticizing you simply think that illegal immigration shouldn't be illegal?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But we will protect Americans. We will protect American families. We will protect these mothers of lost children who are murdered by illegal aliens. We will protect the widow of the trooper who was run down by an illegal alien and left a baby at home.
Let me stop you a second, General. I'm going to run out of time. Could it be that some of the people who are criticizing you, saying you're mean and otherwise for enforcing the law, believe that the board, we should have open borders. They believe that anyone should be able to come into and out of the United States whenever they want to. Could that be the motivation for that?
It could be, Senator.
Could it be that some of the people who are opposed to you think that by just allowing everybody to come into our country who wants to could help them in terms of winning elections? Could that be part of their motivation?
Well, Donald Trump won by an overwhelming majority. He won the electoral and the popular vote by an overwhelming majority, and he made it crystal clear to all Americans that he was going to close our borders and keep Americans safe. So they're running on the wrong platform.
That's what the law requires, right?
That's the law.
And you're just enforcing the law, is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
I will continue to.
What in the world has the DOJ been doing with our money all these years? Turns out, surprise, surprise, when this new DOJ leader took the reins, he found a whole pile of garbage grants from his predecessor. Woke initiatives, DI fluff, and Lord knows what else. You and I both know what that means. Our hard-earned tax dollars, your paycheck, we're funding more of this leftist fantasy land. At the Department of Justice? This isn't a liberal arts college. It's the agency responsible for prosecuting criminals and protecting Americans. And this general didn't blink. He said every grant is being reviewed, one by one. Anything that's useless, politicized, or pandering, it's getting cut. But what's being protected? Programs for law enforcement, victims of assault, women, children. You know, the people who actually need justice, not just social justice. That's what a real leader does. He doesn't virtue signal. He doesn't put criminals ahead of victims. He puts America first. Then, oh boy, Senator Kennedy brought up the big one, illegal immigration. And this is where things got brutally honest. You've heard it. I've heard it. The left keeps screaming that enforcing immigration law is mean, that we should just let everyone come in and out like it's a public park. But Kennedy didn't let that nonsense fly. He asked the general, "Are you being mean?" And the answer? If protecting Americans from being raped and murdered by illegal aliens is mean, then I want to be as mean as possible. Amen. That right there is what America's been missing. Someone who's willing to call evil what it is. Someone who meets with the mothers of murdered children. Children taken from them by people who should have never been in our country to begin with. You think it's mean to enforce the law? No, sweetheart, it's mean to allow chaos. It's mean to let criminals flood into our country while law-abiding Americans bury their loved ones. That is mean. And once again, Kennedy kept it grounded. He said, legal immigration is legal. Illegal immigration is illegal. Imagine that. Logic in government. You can't make this up. We've come to a point where simply stating the law gets you labeled extreme. Well, if that's extreme, then Right View Nation is proudly extreme. Now let's talk about due process. Because the left is going to try to twist this entire conversation into, you just want to throw immigrants into cages. But guess what? The general clearly stated that due process is respected. Every person who goes through the system gets the process guaranteed by the Constitution. But that doesn't mean you get to break the law and stay in America. This isn't about race. This isn't about hate. This is about law and order. And the best part, Kennedy shut it down with one of the most brutal truths. Could it be that the people criticizing you just don't want immigration laws at all? Yes. That's it. That's the real game. The left doesn't hate the enforcement. They hate the law itself. They want open borders, mass influx, and to flood red states with new bodies for votes. Let's stop pretending this is about compassion. It's about control. And then came the nuke. Kennedy asked, could some of these critics want open borders because it helps them win elections? And what did the general say? He invoked President Donald J. Trump, said it loud and clear. Trump won big, and he promised to protect our borders. The people responded. The silent majority rose up. You better believe the left fears that. That's why they fight border security so hard. They know that a secure border means a secure country, and a secure country means fewer ways for them to rig the game. Let me be crystal clear. If you need illegal immigration to win elections, maybe your policies just suck. Senator Kennedy, thank you for not backing down. General, thank you for enforcing the law with clarity, strength, and integrity. This is what leadership looks like. This is what America needs. While the left is busy calling it mean, we're calling it justice. So if you're tired of being gaslit, if you're sick of being told that defending your country is racist, if you want a government that actually gives a damn about your family, your safety, and your future, then you're in the right place. This is Right View Nation, and we stand for law, order, truth, and America first. Always. Hit that subscribe button. Share this with every true patriot you know. And never, ever apologize for loving this country. God bless you. God bless Senator Kennedy. God bless the DOJ official doing his job. And God bless the United States of America.